Hey, thanks so much for coming along on this episode of Our American Travel. I'm Al, and this is
Melanie.
We're so glad you joined us. This episode is about our trip to Navarre and the 5 things that you definitely want to do while you're in Navarre. And there is a bunch of other things. We spent like 4 nights there, and so you could spend 20 nights real easy and just continue to enjoy the things we did. Plus, maybe rent some bikes, rent some, do some more water things than we did. But there's lots of other things to do. Now, while we were there, you're close to Pensacola. The Blue Angels were having their summer air show there.
And we did try to go.
And we tried to go, but it was just so crowded. You got to go really, really early.
Yeah, we didn't
be prepared on the beach all day beforehand. And we just didn't.
We weren't ready.
We're kind of too lazy for that.
Well, we read some bad advice about times to get there, and that was.
There's kind of they have 2 or 3 practice days leading up to it, and the actual event days, and we kind of went on the last practice day, and it was Saturday, and it was crammed.
It wasn't a practice day.
It was a practice day. It was the last practice day before Sunday was the actual show. And then when you're there throughout the year, at our campground, they posted the practice times and the show times.
So you can go out to the Navarre Beach and watch them.
Yeah, and there's I don't know how well you can see them from there, but there is they practice throughout the year when they're not doing a show somewhere else, and they post that on their website. So you probably want to catch a practice over at Pensacola Beach when you.
We missed it.
We missed it, but definitely would recommend it. Anyway, we're going to tell you the 5 things that we did do and we loved, and we think you should check out Navarre Beach. So hope you enjoy.
One of the first.
Smile.
You don't want to see what I just did. One of the first things that you can do at Navarre Beach is go to the
beach. Which way to the beach?
Yeah. So we went. We actually stayed on the Sound side. You cross over the big bridge. First night we went to the right.
It's kind of like going to paradise, right?
It was. Yeah. It was gorgeous, beautiful. The color of the water was amazing, turquoise blue.
And they've got these really cool public access.
Yes, they do. They have so much parking and so many public access spots. It's really, really a great place to go. And there's not a lot of restaurants. I only saw 2 maybe.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of restaurants on that side. There's one when you right when you get over.
Yeah.
And then there's one kind of you go down to the right, I think.
And it looked more like a club where you might go to, hang out and have fun. And there was also people doing parasailing there.
Yeah. And there's other water sports, and you can. There's all kinds of things you can do there. We just kind of scratched the surface, but
definitely
go to the beach. Great place to relax, lay out. Not as busy maybe as some of the other beaches.
Oh gosh, when we went at night, there was hardly anybody there.
Kind of perfectly located between Pensacola and Fort Walton Beach, and you can get to a number of different beaches up and down the coast there pretty easily from there. So anyway,
one thing I noticed on the right, I didn't see any lifeguard stands. I don't know if they put them up at night or not. Did you see? I don't remember seeing any when we went there. When we went to the right, and you're going way down, and it's all residential.
I think there might have been.
Okay,
I don't recall.
And you're going further away from the pier.
Yeah.
There's a fishing pier right kind of in the middle.
Yeah, and you can do some fishing there. We didn't, but anyway,
we did not.
The beach was awesome.
Yes, it really was. What else did we do when we were at Navarre?
Well, I don't know. We went and saw this sea turtle conservatory. It's kind of a cool thing there that they have.
It's really cool.
Have an aquarium in there, and then they have a bunch of stuff about sea turtles.
Yeah, they also close to that they have an educational center. We didn't do that. But yeah, they have a sea turtle that they rescued in this little aquarium, and they tell you about a story and tell you a story how they found him, and one of his the part of his shell is broken. And then they have ways...
missing one of his...
Yeah, part of his fins.
Fins,
right. Yeah.
But he seemed to be getting around pretty good.
He did. And he's going to get really, really big.
Yeah, he wasn't near as big as he's going to get. They're 300 or 400 pounds or something.
Right, and they're going to have to build a new place for him. But a lot of things about conservation, ways to protect sea turtles, things that you can do that we really need to know.
Yeah, and they show the process of how they kind of come out and all that, and so it's pretty interesting.
Well, because they hatch on land, and then they have to make it from. Okay, the moms have to make it from the water to land to lay their eggs. The eggs need to stay safe, and then when the babies hatch, they go back to the water. And there's all kinds of hazards. One thing I learned is you should never keep a hole. If you dig a hole on the beach, you need to fill it in because they can fall in the hole and never make it.
You don't want that. Anyway, that was an awesome place. You should visit.
It's recommended a lot. It's open
Sea Turtle Conservation
Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4. And you have to wait to go in because they only allow a certain amount of people in.
So I think they run mostly by volunteers. I mean, they have some. I'm sure they have some employees, but it's run a lot by volunteers. And so it's a pretty cool place to volunteer if you're in the area.
Cute little gift shops too. Yeah.
So go visit.
Yes.
So there's the beach at Navarre Beach, and then there's more beach.
There is more beach, yeah. We went one night, and then we went the next day. So actually, we went to the Sea Turtle Conservation Place, and then that's like if you're going down the big bridge, you cross the bridge over the Sound to Santa Rosa Island, you go to the left, the Sea Turtle Conservation Center is right there, and then you keep going, and there's just beach. And
lots of beach, and in fact, it kind of winds on around, and there's some places that you can hang out on the Sound too, on the beach side of the Sound.
Yes.
And so there's lots of parking. There's showers and
I think these really really nice
bathrooms,
and showers, and like big. I mean, we'll show you. See in the pictures. We saw a setup for a wedding, but just it seems very set up for people to be able to drive in, go to the beach, and leave. And on this side, we went during the day. There were lifeguards there, and it was a little bit more crowded, but it really was nothing compared to.
So we would say that
other crowds we saw.
If you go to Navarre, two out of the 5 things to do is the beach, and there's things
maybe even 3. Out of the 5 things.
There's things to do along the beach, but make sure you have you some. An umbrella and some chairs and be ready to hang out there and just relax, have a good time, go walk in the surf, and you can't beat it.
Yeah, we ended up going to Walmart. Walmart had everything we needed. We didn't have an umbrella. We did have some chairs, right? Didn't we have chairs?
I think we took our own chairs, yeah.
Yeah, and some towels. But if you need other stuff, they have plenty of shopping in the town of Navarre.
And then real close by, as well. So anyway.
Yeah. Go to the beach. The water is unbelievable. I'd never seen anything like it. I haven't been to that part of Florida ever before, I don't think.
Yeah, I've been a couple of times to Destin, but it's white sand, really nice, beautiful.
We've been to Panama City in 2019, but there was a lot of algae that year, and the water was
is that right after a tornado? So
yeah, it wasn't quite as clear.
Anyway, go visit the beach.
Yep. Hey, one of the best things you can do anywhere is to sample the local cuisine, right?
Yeah, the restaurants. You want to check out all the restaurants, and we went to 1 or 2 there in Navarre, and then we went to one down in Miramar. And we met my sister down there.
Well, let me go through each one.
Well, why don't you go through each one? But I was just kind of giving an overview. Can I do that?
Oh, yeah, go ahead then.
It was all good.
It was really good.
Now
I was going to explain. A lot of times, camping. The big thing about camping is cooking, right? But we were in Florida.
Not when you go to the beach.
Yeah, we wanted some seafood.
You want to get the local seafood flavor.
Right. And because over on the beach side, they didn't have very many restaurants, and one was more of a club type thing, which would be really fun. We just weren't feeling it. We went to the Shrimp Basket, which is pretty close to the bridge.
Yeah, and right across from the campground, pretty much.
Yeah, where we stayed. Yes.
So
it was
pretty
really
cool.
good.
We'll talk to you about the campground later.
Yes.
In another video.
It was pretty good. Giving you a sample of our food. Our son got like a seafood platter, and we got a shrimp boil. It was delicious.
Yeah, it was awesome. So go to the Shrimp Basket. Check it out. It's pretty good.
Looks a little bit like a hole in the wall, but it's not, and it's swamped.
Did we go somewhere else?
We did. The service was a little slow, but you're at the beach, so just relax.
Chill.
Enjoy.
Chill.
It's hard for me, but still. We went to Alfie's.
Oh, sorry.
Alfie's Family Restaurant, which was actually further inland, but we read a lot of really good reviews on it. So we decided to go there for lunch.
Yeah, you got to kind of go a mile or two away from the Sound a little bit. Not toward the beach, but away from the Sound. And we passed it on the way in fact. And It's good.
I had
I can't even remember what I had.
You had a hamburger.
Yeah, well, it's still good.
I didn't even take a picture. I had eggs Benedict, but instead of like the ham, it had crab cakes. So good. And our son likes, I think he got catfish.
Yeah, so he had kind of
and a little
big fried
crab thing. Yeah, he's into fried food.
Fried food, yeah, of course. Lots of us like that.
And then what did we do? We drove. Our son wanted to eat actually on the ocean. So we
needed to find a place on the ocean.
And we wanted to meet our sister.
Yeah, my sister and
sister-in-law.
the aunt and the sister-in-law and brother-in-law and all that.
Because they
have
a house in Panama City.
A couple weeks ago, and they were down in Panama City, and they have a house down there. So they were hanging out over there. So they came over to meet us, and we went to Miramar, which is kind of like on the other side of Destin. Great spot. Where did we go? We went to a place called Pompano Joe's.
Pompano Joe's.
Yeah. And it's in Miramar.
And one thing I noticed is it is so much more crowded in Miramar and Destin than it is in Navarre. So if you don't like crowds, go to Navarre. But you want really good oceanfront food, go to Miramar.
Really, really cool. We hung out, had a spot right there overlooking the ocean. So it was really cool.
Food was amazing. Yeah,
food was fantastic.
You had salmon, and I had fish tacos. And guess what our son got?
Fried food.
Fried food. Yes.
Yeah. That's
but
a surprise.
It was really good. We had a good visit.
Yeah, and then we also spent some time over. They have some outlet malls there.
Yeah,
if you're into that,
we did go shopping there.
It's okay to walk around a little bit, but I'm not really into that too much.
Yeah, didn't really find any.
One time I ever go there is just I want to go to one place and buy something, but I wasn't into it. It was hot.
It was really hot. Yeah,
you're in Florida in July, so it's pretty warm. So you want to be down where the wind's blowing in your face and stuff. So anyway, but there is shopping there.
There is, but you're going to have to move from Navarre to find a lot of shopping. And you're going to have more crowds. So it just kind of depends on what you want, or you can have the best of both worlds because they're all there close together.
Yep. So make sure you hit all the great places to eat.
And if you've been there to other places, leave a comment.
Yeah, we'd love for you to comment and tell us where we need to go when we go back, because I'm sure we'll go back down there since my sister.
Yeah,
they have a house down there. We may go to Panama City. I got a cousin who lives over in Gainesville, so we may go hang out and see some stuff and then go over and visit with him or something. So that'd be awesome. Well, you really shouldn't go to the beach without watching at least one sunrise. And so I got up early one morning and went out and took some pictures of the sunrise, kind of to, obviously it rises in the east. So, we're on.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. And of course, we're on the Gulf of Mexico, so you don't really see it come up over the water, but we saw it, as we were facing the sound, we saw it off to the left, which was the east, and saw it come up over some of the houses and some of the, the boats and stuff that were out there. So it was beautiful. I mean, beautiful orange. I may have gotten a small time lapse. I'm not sure.
You did. You had some.
But it's and you'll see that. But it's gorgeous, and so you want to catch that. Saw a couple of sunsets, but they weren't as spectacular, so we're not really highlighting that here.
So get up at least once.
Get up at least one morning. That you're there early. I know you.
I did not.
You're there to relax, but get up and see that. You're pretty much alone. There was only like 2 people out there. And it was me and 2 others, and so and there's kind of at our campground where I took the photos. There's like a pier that you walk out to, and really then you look off, and we'll probably show this in the next video as well. But you look off to the left there, and it's it's gorgeous. So make sure you catch a sunrise. And maybe a sunset, but in this case, the sunrise was gorgeous.
Hey, thanks so much for watching this episode of Our American Travel. It's really bringing back great memories. It
was fun.
I loved. So glad we went to Florida. Glad we concluded that on our trip.
We checked off state number 14 there. So.
We did. Now we got to go in an entire different direction.
Got to go in a different direction and check off some more.
Yes. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe and click the notification bell.
Ding!
I'm not going to, I don't feel like it. Ding! Okay.
Ding.
Cool. Ding.
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 Stop. Okay. Thanks for watching. You're the best.
Remember, it's all about the journey to infinity and beyond.